Hello everyone, welcome to NASCAR News Kid. The 2025 NASCAR Cup Series Chicago Street Race did not disappoint. And Shane Van Gisbergen, the ultimate road course ringer now in the Cup Series, won both races, swept the weekend, winning Xfinity and Cup. And aside from that, there was plenty of drama, wrecks, pileups, and maybe even new rivalries were started. We'll get to all that. We'll break it down all coming up. And stick around because we are going to get results. And we'll update our 36 challenge with my brother as well. So stick around and don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss any of our NASCAR content we upload. The Grant Park 165 featured 75 laps with strategies ranging from flipping the stage to grabbing stage points or even playoff points. Had teams deciding 1 stop or 2 stop or maybe even 3 stops plus if you had issues, which many did. And why don't we just hop right into the recap so I can just explain what those issues were. So, Shane Van Gisbergen would pick up the pole, pretty obvious. He is a great road course racer now in the Cup Series after winning this race, his first race win in 2023, so he would win the pole, but he would lose the lead almost immediately at the start. Michael McDowell would get to his inside, take the lead in turn 1, and McDowell actually had pretty good pace. He'd run away with it up until a caution on lap 3 or 4 with Carson Hocevar spinning out and Brad Keselowski, Riley Herbst, Dawson Dillon, Will Brown, Daniel Suarez, and Todd Gilliland all involved. It was a pileup, kind of like what we saw the first year they came. It was very, very crazy to see. It had teams pulling the reins back on their drivers, telling them to calm down. And though it wasn't really the driver's fault, issues with the cars starting acting up. William Byron, his clutch and his power in his car was just not cooperating. Chris Buescher had engine issues. They needed Roush Yates officials out there looking at the engine, so that was pretty interesting nonetheless. So that it was not a good start for many, many teams, to cut it short there to you. Michael McDowell would lead the field back to green, and some cars would flip the stage at the end of the stage, the 20-lap stage. McDowell, the leader, would stay out and go for the stage win, while SVG, the second-place car, would come into pit to flip the stage. Now, after the stage end, it caught me by surprise, though. I don't know. I mean, I guess the one-stop strategy depended on drivers staying out after stage 2 that didn't pit at all at the end of, or before the end of stage 1. So many drivers who flipped the stage, including McDowell, Busch, Reddick, Briscoe, and others, would stay out even after stage 1. They haven't even pitted once yet, and they'd stay out. McDowell would lead the field back to green, and Reddick would pit on lap 31 because he saw Josh Berry spun and hit the wall somewhere on the racetrack. I forget exactly where, but he spun and got damage, and Reddick's team, they knew to come to pit road, including Chase Briscoe's team. They also came to pit road, and that kind of helped their day, get themselves way up on the leaderboard, and the caution did come out and help them drastically, help their day, and that would probably be the change that would help their day turn around. Michael McDowell would pit. Finally, SVG would actually cycle to the lead after that. So finally, SVG gets the lead back after that. Then, Kyle Busch, out in nowhere, and the green flag run spins all by himself from 6th. I mean, you Busch fans, you guys are actually suffering. Like, I actually feel bad. I'm kind of turning into a Busch fan, but it's kind of sad that he keeps spinning week after week, and from 6th. He had a great, great car, but it was so disappointing to see. Especially with that great paint scheme. Catherine Legg would do the same thing, except from way back in the back, so not a huge deal for her. SVG would come to pit road with 3 to go in stage 2, while others would stay on track. Gibbs, Logano, and others would actually come with SVG to pit road. But Allmendinger, now the leader, stays out and goes on to take the lead, but would come to pit road before 2 to go, and Blaney would take the lead, and he would actually go on to win stage 2. Ryan Blaney, Chris Buescher, Chase Elliott, and others would pit after stage 2, and the new leader, Chase Briscoe, would cycle to the lead after pitting on lap 31, and he would lead the field to green with Tyler Reddick. Shane Van Gisbergen would actually pass Tyler Reddick, Chase Briscoe on those fresher tires, and he would go and run away with it until another caution on lap 60 for an ambulance, which had to leave the track for a fan. So I really, really hope that fan is okay, but I mean, it was kind of a pathetic caution. Why don't you have ambulances or medics all scattered around the track? It's just, I won't comment on that. Reddick, Blaney, and others would pit. Briscoe, Shane Van Gisbergen, Gibbs, Hamlin, and others would stay out. Shane Van Gisbergen would lead the field back to green. And then there was another caution on lap 63 after some restart chaos and all that. Austin Cindric stopped on the racetrack with a broken toe link, so that brought out the caution yet again. Shane Van Gisbergen would lead the field back to green once again, and he would hold off Ty Gibbs and others and try to run away with it. But there was some chaos with Alex Bowman and Bubba Wallace going up against each other in the bracket challenge, and they kept fighting after it. I mean, 6th or 7th or 8th, and it wasn't even that crazy to be going after that, and they were acting like it was the win, and they kept just shoving each other, punting each other out of the way, and it was just so crazy to see. And Wallace basically wrecked himself, caught himself in front of Bowman, and spun himself out. Wow, making a fool of yourself. And he would actually wreck a toe link and end his day, his chances of contending for a top 10. It looked like a top 10 day, but just wrecked his chances. So that was actually really interesting. And Christopher Bell spun all by himself, but he would actually get himself back going. So, in the end, Shane Van Gisbergen would run away with it and take that victory, his second victory this season after winning earlier in Mexico, his second win at Chicago. So really, really good job for him. Getting you more playoff points, stacking them up for the playoffs. So, really good job for him. We'll get to 36 in a second. And the reason he won, it ended early, not because of weather, but Cody Ware doing Cody Ware things, running into the tire barrier on the last lap, and he couldn't get out, so that threw the caution. Just an extra note if you wanted to know about that. But yeah, super incredible. Shane Van Gisbergen, fastest car, fastest driver, most skilled driver on Chicago. Shane owns the Windy City, and it was just incredible. He won on pure speed, pure skill. It wasn't one of those crazy winners that did not deserve it. Shane Van Gisbergen, the most deserving winner on the day. I mean, Tyler Reddick kind of running him down with new tires in the end, but just could not catch him. So, Shane Van Gisbergen, the ultimate road course racer, picks up the winning. Now, results, top finishers. Shane Van Gisbergen takes the win. Congrats to him. Ty Gibbs, second, a really solid effort, getting some points on the day. Tyler Reddick in third, like I said, was coming back with new tires after pitting. But just did not have the time, the speed to pass Gibbs, because Gibbs was holding him off, so just did not have the time for Reddick. Hamlin in fourth, a really solid day for him, got himself some points. Kyle Busch, great rally in the end to come back for fifth. Sixth for AJ Allmendinger, was battling. He had the chance to win stage 2, but he pitted and tried to go after the win, but just did not have the speed to match SVG or the top guys. So 6th is a decent result for him. 7th for Ryan Preece, he was up there pretty much all day, so really good job for him. 8th for Alex Bowman, that was a chaotic end to the race for him. Not the end he probably wanted, but a solid effort by him. 9th for Austin Hill, the part-timer. Shout out to him. I mean, that was a great effort. I mean, passing probably most of the field because he's avoiding all the chaos. So really good job for him getting by it all. 10th for Ross Chastain, really good effort by him. That's a plus. 11th for Logano, really solid day by him. Was running in the top 5 at one point. And but aside from that, he was basically running 11th the other half of the time. So really good job for him. He got a result where he was running. So good for him. 12th for Blaney. Really decent day, won stage 2. So good job for him. 13th for Kyle Larson. I mean, it's a solid effort after how the last few weeks have gone. So I guess that's good for him. 14th for Zane Smith. Really good job for him. Actually beat Buescher in the matchup, so good for him. And another driver who beat the other driver in the matchups, Nemechek, pulls the upset over Elliott, so good job for him as well. And that was actually by 1 position, so very, very interesting how close that was. Notables here, Chase Elliott, like I said, 16th. 19th for Catherine Legg, so decent effort by her. 20th for Ty Dillon, really decent day for him. 23rd for Briscoe, a huge heartbreak after running like 5th or 6th the whole race. Finishes 23rd after cutting a tire. Forgot to mention that in the recap. 24th for Bell, spun himself out. Basically wrecked his chances of having a better finish than that. 20th for Bubba Wallace, who basically ended his day after breaking a toe link. And some more disappointments. 32nd for McDowell after having throttle issues. I also forgot to mention that, but throttle issues, his throttle was stuck 75%, and they were worried about that, so they brought him to the garage, and I don't even know if they actually turned laps after that. 33rd for Custer, 34th for Barry, 35th for Carson Hocevar, 36th for Austin Dillon, 37th for Brad Keselowski, 38th for Todd Gilliland, 39th for Will Brown, and 40th for William Byron, which was a huge disappointment to be out that early in the race. Anyway, if you stuck around, it is 36 time. I thought maybe I could have a win in the bag for this 36, but now me and my brother are tied with 2 wins on the season. Both of us have won with SVG. I won with SVG in Mexico City. He won with SVG in Chicago. He also won with Logano in Texas. And I won with, I forget who I won with. Let me check. I won with Blaney in Nashville. So, yeah, 2 wins for both of us. And it's not even close. What do I have? I have 386 points. My brother has 490, so I'm 104 behind him. I gained 51 points, and he gained 40 points. So I gained 11 points on him. I guess that's better than losing points. So let's see if we can keep that up. I picked Tyler Reddick, and he picked Shane Van Gisbergen. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, hit that subscribe button and like button. And hit that subscribe button for more NASCAR content. If you love NASCAR content, NASCAR in general, this is the place for you. Thank you to all you supporters. And thank you for 300 subscribers. It is a great milestone. Thank you all so much. And I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye, everyone.